So I joined Tumblr because this girl Mary I met in my class. Hey Mary, if you watch this, hi. Our friendship compromise was if she joined Pinterest, I had to start using Tumblr. So I have started using Tumblr. I'll put the link below. And this is kind of where I got the idea for this rant. So I was on Tumblr, like I said, I just joined it. And I was looking for things to post, and so I hashtagged BBW, which if you guys don't know what that means, it's Big Beautiful Woman. BBW means supersized beautiful woman, which I didn't know at the moment. I didn't know what that meant. Super sexy. Laugh at me now, whatever. I was thinking what a good thing to post on my Tumblr would be a plus size girl. So when I typed it in, I'm gonna give you a fair warning. Tumblr has no censorship almost to it. So when I typed in the hashtag BBW, I was inundated with pictures of naked overweight women, which was fine with me because I don't care. But I mean, if you're a little squeamish or that's not what you like, you know, that might not be your cup of tea. So when I was looking through it, I saw this picture that completely like blew my mind. I mean, I couldn't believe what I was seeing, and it wasn't in a bad way, it was in a good way. So what happened was I stumbled upon this picture of this girl and her boyfriend in a loving embrace. They were, you know, kissing, but they were both nude, and the girl was standing to her side and the guy was standing she was kind of, let's say this was her front, she was standing more like this, and then he was standing next to her, kind of like, I don't know how to explain it. I did blog it, so you guys can go look at it, but I'm going to give you the fair warning. This is what took me by surprise, was this girl is overweight and her boyfriend is, let's say, quote unquote fit. And that's what took me by surprise, was this was a very attractive young couple, but yet the girl is, she has stated herself, she's 410 pounds and he is a personal trainer. He is a very sculpted man. And it's gotten a lot of negativity. There's also a lot of positivity to it. Most people are saying are things like, this girl must be paying him, he must be cheating, he must be gay, like all these horrible, mean things. And I just kept looking at it as a picture of being like, love is love, and that's what love is. My whole stance in life is just, I believe people fall in love with each other. Of course you're going to be attracted to someone. Of course that's probably what brings you to them. But for me, I just think even if I found some guy who wasn't even that my type, even though I say I don't really have a type, which I don't, because I see a lot of guys every day in school, and I can tell you there's so many of them that I'm like, yeah, he's really good looking. But if you're really good looking and you have a really douchey personality, I'm only gonna think you're handsome. I'm not gonna think you're like the best person in the world. I want to run off and get married with you tomorrow. But I just thought this was a really good example of love, because love just comes in all different shapes and sizes, and love is not discriminatory. It just happens. And I believe that no matter what, you should just be happy. And like I've said a million times before, that's all I'm aiming for in life, is to be happy. So what's the big deal? And I know this is gonna not everyone's gonna agree with what I say, and that's fine, because that's how the world goes around. If people just agreed with each other all day, we'd live in some boring society of agreement. Just kept looking at that picture and I was like, why can people not believe that this girl Demi and her boyfriend were in love? Why do they have to think there's something wrong with him, like he has a fat fetish, or, you know, she's paying him? Why is that even right. Like, why do people just assume those things? Why can't it just be love? Well, just because it's something you don't see every day doesn't mean it's anything different. I, like I just said before, I'm a firm believer in you just fall in love with a person. It's kind of not what they look like. Because as great as looks are, and I've gone over this a million times and you guys are going to be like, shut up, Casey, oh my god, stop saying the same things, you're so redundant. But I really honestly think you fall in love with someone's personality, because in 60 years that blonde, fit, tanned girl or whatever you fell in love with on the outside, they're probably honestly not gonna look that way anymore. You have to fall in love with the person. And like I said before, I can meet some guy and he can be totally dreamy on the outside and super good looking. But if he has a really big douchey personality, I'm not gonna stay because he's good looking. Maybe he's good arm candy, but I'm not staying. I'm not sacrificing my happiness because freaking Donis over there was, I was like, oh hell yeah, look at this, yeah. No, why would you do that? That's stupid. I also believe that love can't tell age, but I mean, let me clarify what I mean here, people. I'm not telling you that if you find a 5-year-old girl and you are a 30-year-old man that you're gonna tell me that you guys are in love, because you're not. That's sick. I'm talking if you find someone who's 16 and you're 20 or 21, not just, and I understand because there's all those laws. And maybe the girl and or boy, because girls can be older too, that does happen. Just because you're gonna say they're a baby, they're not mature. No, I believe you always know what your heart is telling you. My mom has friends who the guy was 26 and the girl was 16 when they started dating. That's 10 years. 10 big solid years. That's a decade. So, but you know what? Love is love and you can't help it. You just do. Programmed to love the way you love, and you love unconditionally. When you're born to love your mom and your dad, if you have a dad in the picture. And even if you have like a really shitty mom, you're still gonna love them. Even if you have a shitty dad, you're still gonna love them because you're born to love someone unconditionally, no matter how bad they treat you. And and even if you don't love them, you still care because you're a human and that's what we do. But if you're a cold, calculating son of a bitch, then maybe you don't care at all. I mean, but you have feelings, obviously. But this is kind of off topic. I don't understand why people can't just be happy for other people when they're in love. I mean, maybe you're jealous. I don't know. Are you jealous? I'm personally not jealous of anyone who's in a relationship right now. All right, that's lying maybe a little bit. But, my time will come, and when I find that person, I'm sure I'll be happy. And I just want to also, really quick, just point out again that yes, fit guys do like big girls because I have been in that area of my life and I didn't quite understand where he was coming from because I was like, you are really attractive. I was like, why me? Why? You could have basically any girl. You're a really good looking guy. And he told me flat out that, and this was just him, now remember this, he told me skinny girls were boring and he liked women who were plushy and warm and squishy. He felt that's how women should be. Isn't that awesome? It made me feel good about myself. Because it also reminds me that some people out there do find people like me beautiful. That's good, right? Yeah. But yeah, I just think love is love and love is so pure and it's so good, but yet sometimes it can be so bad and it sucks. But it's just that whole thing in life. You just have to live and learn, and sometimes you just gotta say fuck it and roll with the punches and just do what you gotta do, because not everyone's gonna agree with who you love and why you love them. And if you're 30 years old and your boyfriend is 70 years old, that's you. That's who you love. I'm stretching my arms out like I'm on the Titanic. But they look really thin right now, which is always good. But if I turn a little more, you could see they're not. Anyway, but you know, that's just how I feel. And love is so blind. And when it happens and it's a good kind of love, it's probably the best feeling in the world. And I just would like everyone to be happy and in love. And I hope that you guys can understand where I'm coming from. Maybe just love is love. Am I ranting? Right? Am I going on? Huh? I really like this quote, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to use it on my wedding vows, so don't tell my future husband. It goes, I love you for all that you are, all that you have been, and all that you're yet to be. And I think it's pretty because love is love. Feel the love. Love is my religion. Yeah. Right? I say that in every freaking rant. I'm sorry. I really like that song. And I live by it. But yeah, just love no matter what, who they are, what they look like. You should love that person for their heart and not for this. So love is love. I'll put the Tumblr down below of the girl. Her name is, I think it's like Donkey. I don't know if it's like Danky or Donkey or however she wants to say it. It's Dankii Bombshell. So I'm probably saying it wrong, but seriously, go. She's really inspiring too because she's so body positive. All right. Bye. Yeah. Yeah.